Do you want to learn another reason plantar fasciitis doesn't resolve that most people have never heard? Watch this. So in part 1 of this plantar fasciitis series that I'm posting here on the channel, we learned about how important the ability for your heel to evert and invert is in order to keep your plantar fascia from being overworked, overstressed, not protected, because that heel has to do what it has to do, right? Now, go watch that one if you haven't watched that one, because that might be your answer. I've had people email me and say they couldn't believe the difference in their plantar fascia symptoms when they paid attention to that movement and they restored that movement with the right type of exercise. So now I want to focus on another reason that most people have no clue about, but if you address this, you may see a difference in your symptoms, and it's rotation. And you're probably thinking, what on earth does rotation have to do with plantar fasciitis? Well, all those things that have to happen from the ground up, from my heel landing on the ground, eversion, subtalar joint has to rotate down and in, which triggers internal rotation of my lower leg, which triggers internal rotation of my upper leg, right? Tibia, femur, which switches on because it's pulling, kind of like waking up all those big muscles in the back. Those big muscles in the back get awake. They control how much internal rotation has to happen, but we also have to get as much internal rotation as is available in order for those big muscles to switch on correctly at the right time, the right way, and start to rotate us into external rotation. And guess what? When that happens, guess what happens? That heel bone inverts, subtalar joint rotates up and out, and now you have a solid, rock solid foot ready to push off, and it'll protect the fascia from getting irritated, annoyed, overworked, stressed, and yanked with every step you take. So, got to make sure you've got that rotation. So I'm going to show you a couple things you can do just to see if you've got it, and then a little way you can maybe work on improving it. Now, make sure nothing hurts when you do any of this, right? So here's the deal. When all the stuff that happens, it would take me, I couldn't do this in a 10-minute video and explain what's happening in gait. It would, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how complex it is. However, the internal rotation part you can work on. So, internal rotation is when you rotate in. Now, if I do it in non-weight bearing, if I pick up my foot and I turn my foot in, that's internal rotation of my leg. Well, it doesn't happen in non-weight bearing, right? Because when you're walking, you're bearing weight. Okay, so you can't really improve internal rotation non-weight bearing and have it translate to being improved when you're walking. You have to do it in weight bearing, right? Specificity of training. You want to, whatever it is you want to improve, you have to kind of do what's required for that to be done. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to just see, can you rotate? So can you stand with that foot still? And can you come around with the other foot? Just come around and create that nice rotation. Now, keep the knee nice and soft, don't lock it, but just see, can you get a nice internal rotation? And then go ahead and check the other side and see if they're the same. What if they're not? What if you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Or maybe you can't rotate half as far as I'm rotating. I'm getting a nice 90-degree angle here. I can even cross and go even more. I can even go more. I've got a lot of internal rotation here. I've got full internal rotation of this hip. And then if I go this way, I've got full internal rotation of that hip. Do you? Now, if you don't go forcing things. Don't hurt yourself. That's not the answer. Okay? There's little things you can do if you don't have good rotation internally. So what you can do is you can start by just kind of turn your toes in a little bit, just like you're slightly pigeon-toed. And then go ahead and rotate to one side. Now I'm getting a lot more internal rotation here. But the goal here is to kind of inchworm. Sort of make your body happy you're doing it, right? You get this nice fluid-filled pumping mechanism that's happening when it's repetitive, as long as your brain doesn't tell you, why do you keep hurting us, stop doing that. So no pain, you just inchworming, right? Go this way. Can I get some nice internal rotation on this side? What's happening here, right? Now, you might find that you can improve it by just changing your foot position, but let's keep the toes turned in for a moment. And let's go ahead and put one foot forward. And you may notice that if you were really restricted turning to the right, if you put your right foot forward, you may notice you can get a little more motion that way, right? Maybe you get a little more motion if the right foot is back and the left foot is forward. That might give you more motion turning in. Okay. You also may notice, well, maybe if I have my feet really close together, I get better rotation. Or maybe if I have my feet farther apart, I get better rotation. Notice if you change the foot position, either forward or back, close or wide, is it better? And then when you go back to normal and you see, oh, it's not better, try a different position. Maybe starting off with your feet turned out just a little bit. Giving it a little bit of a break. Starting off a little external and doing the motion. And then you're like, oh, that's better, and just do some repetitions there. And then gradually bring your foot back towards straight, not quite straight. Did that get better? Bring it all the way straight. Did that get better? Yeah, that's good. Now, did that improve? So, you need to have full internal rotation, both legs, hips, right, foot and ankle, everything from the ground up, in order to walk the way your body was designed to walk without anything complaining, getting irritated, getting yanked, getting pulled abnormally, and becoming unhappy, especially your plantar fascia. So I hope this was helpful. And if it was, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so other people will find this too, because I really want to erase pain from the world so that everybody can move without pain and have lifelong well-being. I'll see you next time.